Welcome back to episode 47. We are getting very close to episode 50 now, and that means I'm really trying to wrap up the museum here because, like I said before, my goal is to get it done before episode 50. And then after episode 50, I don't have to worry about it ever again. It'll be fully done. So, last time, we finished up this main floor of the museum here, and I turned this outer part into a little art gallery. And then I covered up the spiral staircases, of course, because I felt like they didn't really fit the rest of the outside area. So we have some paintings here. I framed the ones on this wall. There's another one on the other side. And then the rest are just kind of here. I may put like a sign up labeling each one. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're named in the game files, but I could look that up and put labels up for them. But other than that, that was all we did last time. Because obviously, the rest of this floor, this has been done for a while now. So yeah. Today, it is time to work down here. And my general idea for what's going to happen down here hasn't changed too much. I'm thinking I actually want to change these sidewalls maybe into some pretty large bookshelves, actually. And then in the center, we can have like a sort of cartography table. But it's not going to be big enough to fill up this room, so I will have to figure out kind of what to do with the rest of the space, because I'm thinking maybe if I put the table somewhere in the center here in these two sections, then all of these bits will be books. And maybe I can just like put some bookshelves in the middle too. I don't know why I'm going back there. I don't need anything. But yeah, for right now, I'm just gonna kind of have to plan things out, but I can start by taking down this. Um, yeah, it feels right. And then through here, eventually, is going to be more maps, but that will be after episode 100. Is the plan. So I'm going to clear out all of these little side bits, and I'll be back when I can start filling in the bookshelves and stuff. Alright, so I built out the table and a couple of chairs here. I really like using the shelf blocks for chairs, honestly. I think they look great, especially as these armrests. I was considering using trapdoors instead for the backing, but I actually think the thickness of the shelf is better here. So I'm probably going to keep that. And then I have green banners right here, which don't really fit the whole room, but I feel like if I made them cyan, it would just be too much cyan. So I think I kind of like the green here. Now, on this table, this is the cartography table, for lack of a better description. We have... I've been making use of these glow item frames, because I have a texture pack that makes them clear for my storage room up there. So, it looks a little less ugly than having, like 20 different item frames. But I've been making use of them. I have about 3 here for the books and quill, and then this feather, which is supposed to be another quill that's just kind of on its own. And I have... Wow. That was so loud in my ears just now. I don't remember Sea Pickles sounding that loud. Okay. So, not gonna touch those again, because that hurt my ears. But the the sea pickles are kind of supposed to be inkwells. Hopefully that kind of I think it, you know, with the quill next to it, it's kind of easy to tell. But I really like how you can see the items from afar. That's really nice, and it just looks like they're lying on the table. Now this center group of item frames is going to be another map, but it's not going to be like an important map. It's kind of just going to be cosmetic. So I'm going to make 12 new maps, and I'm just going to fly out probably a little bit that direction, and then just get a group of 12 maps, and um, just put it on the center table, because, you know, they're map makers down there. They've got to be making maps. In fact, actually, I might make a map of spawn, because I think that would be cool. So, yeah, what I'll do is head to spawn, and that shouldn't take too long. We can do that right now, if I just make the maps. I need 12 compasses. Oh boy. That means 48 iron. That's enough. This is a huge waste of paper, I will say. Because I don't really need these maps. And I don't have the most steady income of paper. But it's fine. You know, worst case scenario, I just have to go and AFK at the industrial district again. But, wait, is it only half a stack? No, okay, so it's a full stack to make 8 maps. But it's a stack and a half to make 12. So that's not too bad. Because then that means each map, I'm only using 2 stacks of paper. 2 stacks of paper every 10 episodes. That's not that expensive. So it's not too bad. Alright. Yeah. Well, honestly, I might just do this on camera, because I mean, I have been back to spawn recently. I was actually there only 2 episodes ago, but that was because I died. So we're going back on far better terms. My elytra should last, and I have a stack of rockets, so we should be good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to 0-0. I remember what my spawn looks like. Yeah, there's a giant swamp. Yep, we're coming up on it. By, like, flying, I'm actually not really that far from spawn. I just always go the wrong direction, and then I get lost. So. Alright. There's some pretty cool terrain here. I think this will be a cool-looking map. I've gone too far in one direction and not far enough in the other. Okay. I've got to go a little this way. Well, I just lost all my momentum to a vine. So that's cool. I want to get right at 0. Oh, wait. Are you kidding me? I've made a portal at spawn. I've made a portal at spawn, and I let what happened during episode 44 happen. Or was it? No, I guess it was 45. I'm I'm making these episodes so fast, I'm kind of losing track. I've actually been really consistent with them lately. So, this is back where it all began, almost. I don't know where the XP's from. Did I die here? Why did I just get XP and torches? 50 torches? What? Okay. Well, I'm on 0, so let's see. Alright. So... we have a 3x4 map area. I'm probably going to... Okay. So, I'll actually just make the shape in my inventory. That seems easiest to do. That is going to go there. Alright. Do not need the rotten flesh. So, that's going to go there. But, let's just go up here real quick. It's very green. I'm actually pretty surprised. Okay, so now we're in a new map. Oh, I love how it's just the whole thing immediately. Okay. So, now we're at the top of the map. Let me finish this side up before I go to the rest of the map, I guess. That makes the most sense, right? Oh my goodness. The vines. The vines. Alright, we're definitely in the other one. So that is going to go there. Gonna do this here. Oh, there's frogs. I'll have to remember that. I need frog lights at some point, so... Alright. So that should be... When did I look at you? What? What is happening? This is why you never go back to spawn. Okay. So now I should be able to go down here. Okay. So hopefully... that matches up now. 57, 58, 59, 60. We go one more. And we'll be good to go. Okay. Cool. We want to go... yeah. Hopefully I'm not going the wrong directions. I'm messing this all up. Kinda too late if I am. But, hey. That's alright. And that's okay. Got Enderman garbage in my inventory now. Okay. Should be in 62. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. That matches up. Now we have this side to do. So I'll be going into this one. Alright. This is a bit of a slower process. So I'm gonna cut to the last map and then we can head home. Okay, I kind of messed things up and had to make an extra map because I accidentally got this one twice. So, yep. My fault, but I did end up getting everything. It's weird because I kind of have to twist these around. And honestly, could not tell you the difference between these two, so I've got to look at the numbers for that. But I think that's right. So that is my spawn. Okay. Dropping my sword is how I lost it in the first place. Anyways, that right there is the portal. And that is pretty much where I spawned in. Day 1, episode 1. Or I guess day 0. But I don't know. Does it count as day 0 or does it count as day 1? I don't know. But that is the origin point. And then apparently there's a lava pool up here, which I guess I never knew about. You can kind of see some of the mountainy bits here. But I think some of the stuff I was looking at when I was flying in is like over here. So it didn't really pick it up unless it's this down here. I don't know. But I think it's pretty cool. There's a nice little peninsula up here. That's pretty neat. And so now I can see my spawn whenever I come down here as well. And then not every iteration of the base, unfortunately, but every iteration since episode 31. So, man, if only I had thought to make maps in episode 10 and 20. And really even episode 1. That would have been best. But, I don't know, I don't think I talked about the bookshelves, but we've got bookshelves too. Yeah. So, that does fill up a lot of the room, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I kind of want to keep the space right next to the maps open so you can actually look at the maps. So I'm going to leave that side open, but I kind of want to put something along here, like maybe just some lounge chairs. Just really lounge chairs and more plants in these sections that aren't bookshelves. They're not all bookshelves because I realized I don't have that many bookshelves. So, yeah. I got about halfway through the first one and I was like, ooh, probably gonna have to do a lot less of these. Yeah. Anyways, back on topic. I think lounge chairs. I'm a little addicted to making chairs out of the shelves, but I think I'll do it one more time for this little row. And so you can actually sit down while you're reading, or something like that. And, yeah. So, let me just do that right now. I think I have quite a few shelves. Now, I'm probably going to keep it with jungle wood, actually. Since I do already have chairs using the jungle wood. I was like, I could do it with the warped wood, but there's so much cyan down there. Unlike the attic, it like wouldn't be really a highlight anymore. It would be like cyan. And even this is more of a like highlighting color because the main color up here is obviously yellow. Down here, I feel like the main color, I mean, you're not going to be looking up, right? So instead of seeing jungle, you're going to be seeing a lot of cyan. And then jungle kind of in your like top third of the screen, which is still a lot less than the cyan you're seeing. So I think we're going to make these chairs jungle. What if we just do that? Nope. What way do I want them facing? I guess we could do kind of like that. And then... what about... I don't want to block this pathway. Well... okay, no, that works. It actually should be perfect, because then when we put the shelves in... okay. And then we can do another set on this side. And... maybe just some plants. I do love my planters at this point. Okay. Ooh. There is one issue. This right here. That's blocking me. So maybe I just do that. And maybe that's what I should do anyways. Oh, I need to move this back one. That's the problem here. Okay. So I can keep it like that, and then I can have a pretty big table right there. And then on the other side, I can have a smaller table. Perfect. Do need more shelves. Unfortunate. Shelves are expensive. They're honestly, it was probably the shelves out of everything that took the most dark oak out of this chest. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I may need to chop down more dark oak trees at some point. I never thought there'd be any sort of time where that was necessary. Let's go for 24. Okay. That's good. Should give us plenty of shelves. Did I see... Oh, I think I was seeing the ender chest particles. I thought I was seeing fireflies in my building. I was like, the only place that I've put firefly bushes is on the lake island. So I don't know why I'd be seeing fireflies. Alright, I should have gotten... should have gotten some dark oak stairs. Take about half of that. Perfect. Oh. Okay. Now... Oh, wait, no, this is going to be the big one. What? What? Okay. This game is being very difficult at the moment. That'll make it easier. There we go. And I'll probably put a little plant and a lamp on these tables. Okay. It can be very difficult to get stairs to do what I want them to do here. I'm pretty sure you can get them to do a nice little... Yes! look at that. Nice. I always used to do that trick as a kid. I don't really know why. I guess that was the only way I knew how to make tables. It used to be one of my favorites. Alright. I think... get some flowering azalea. Are my pots up here? Yes. Get 2 of those. I've spent almost all my lanterns. Oh boy. Do have torches. Oh, that's fine. quite expensive. If I'm being honest. I wonder, someday I'll have to make, like, a Lightmatica schematic of the museum, just to see, like, the entire museum at this point. Just so I can see the materials list, and see everything I've used. I think that would be kind of fun to look at. Yeah, lantern right there. Lantern right there. And I mean, it's not really needed, because that side will also be pretty stinking bright when I get the maps up. The problem I'm having with down here is that it feels rather empty still, but what else am I gonna put in it? It's kind of supposed to be empty because the maps are supposed to be the main focus. I mean, the planter boxes should help a little bit. I did forget I was going to add those until I saw the cauldrons in my inventory. Probably make a couple more. I think I'm going to do mangrove again, because we're not on the main floor. I don't know why. I mean, main reason is, I could really get rid of some mangrove leaves. I have way too many, but I also just like the mangrove leaf texture, so... Mangrove? That's probably not how you pronounce it. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're even gonna do a 1, 2 right there. 1, 2. And... You know what? Just for the heck of it. 1, 2 on both of these. Why not? I like that. I don't think it subtracts from the egg or the pickaxe. So that's good. Oh. Alright. So, looking at this, I mean, it looks pretty nice at this point. I kind of want to fill in this wall, even though it's eventually going to be torn down. I think I'll just fill it in so nothing can walk in and blow me up. Just, preventing the inevitable. I'm gonna make it packed mud, so it gets that cracked kind of texture, and then we'll know. Because now it looks like a Legend of Zelda wall that you can, like, bomb down. You know, there's clearly something hiding behind there. We just have to figure out the puzzle. And the puzzle is getting all the maps put in. And then the little Zelda jingle will play, and the wall will fall down. Alright. One thing I will say, I actually think the roof is very boring. Like, it's not completely flat, but I think it could use more green. I mean, look at this. It's all jungle wood. And, like, no hate to jungle wood, but with this much of it, it is pretty ugly. And, you know, I always used to consider it the ugliest kind of wood. Clearly, I like it a little more now, because I'm using it all over the museum, but... Let me see. We could add some jungle saplings. What? Okay, okay. I can do moss planter boxes. Can have those coming down on chains. with not jungle trapdoors. But it has to be clear so we can see that there's moss inside. Because I'm not going to have it spilling over. Jungle feels like the only one that would work. But there's already so much jungle. The point of this is to get rid of the jungle. Break it up. But I have, like, probably not enough bamboo. Dark oak, the trapdoors aren't see-through. No! What am I gonna do? I guess I could use bamboo. We'll see how bamboo looks. This is quite bad. This is a dilemma. Oh, and I need chains. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna put some of this hanging stuff up and see how I like it, and I'll be back. Alright, so I tried a bunch of different things. Really just three. I tried mangrove leaves, which I just took down here. And I also tried moss. Moss was the first thing I tried, but then I decided leaves would probably look better, because I just don't like how flat the moss looks there. With the type of, like, planter I've got going here. And then I decided to try azalea and mangrove leaves, and I liked the azalea better, because the color of the moss is kind of what I want, but not the texture, so you can get the same color with the azalea leaves, obviously. And so I think that looks pretty nice. It's kind of annoying to place these signs. But it's great because you still don't hit your head even on the table on these things, so they're pretty high up, actually. And you can still look at the spawn map and everything. So that's nice. And I think it definitely adds a bit of difference in what's going on the ceiling, which was desperately needed. Okay, I accidentally broke that without silk touch. I've lost a leaf. No. Like I needed it. Alright. So, this is actually also great because, it matches with the chair backings. So, yeah, all the green together in the room is getting pulled nicely together, and then I think it's actually really cohesive now. It looks quite nice. It's still a little different from the other two floors in that I feel like there could just be something slightly more. I may add more along these rows. I just didn't want to get too close to the maps, right? Because I didn't want to block them too much. But honestly, they're pretty small, so I may just add 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. And that may make it feel more closed in and cozy, which is kind of what I want to go for, but at the same time keeping the maps open. And these should be far enough back where I can do that. But I'll kind of decide on that myself. One thing, I guess, that could be done differently is, the lighting on these little bits. These two are kind of dark, but I'm not sure how I would light them up. It should be fine. Nothing's gonna spawn there, hopefully. There were some places up on the middle floor that were pretty bright, I thought, but then mobs kept spawning, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think we are done with the museum interior. I mean, it's not perfect. I maybe still need to figure out what to do in this little section, but oh yeah, I still need to add the shells that I was talking about to these bits. But other than that, we're good. It's all done. I mean, we run around here, we've got the paintings and everything, which, like I said, I may label in the future. All these pedestals, they're eventually going to fill up. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed off the barrels that I put under here. Just a nice way to make it look like there's junk under the stairs, because where else would you put all the junk? And then, it lets me put a lantern there. And I've got them lighting up the staircase as we go up. And, this has to be my favorite floor. Out of all three, I am definitely the most proud of this top layer. I'm not really sure why I put pickles here. It was kind of on a whim. But I kind of like them there now. So I might, I think I'm going to keep them. Just randomly placed a few. And only on this side, too. They're not anywhere else. So if I'm going to keep them, I might place them in some other windowsills, but yeah. So, now all that we have to work on in the museum is getting all of these sets in. And that's definitely a long-term thing, so I'd say inside the museum, we are done. I can't believe I'm saying that, because, I mean, just 7 episodes ago, which really isn't that many when you look at how much progress I usually get done in an episode. It's not a lot. This was open air, I think, or, like, netherrack. Yeah, it was, I think, ugly netherrack, and, now it's fully done. I mean, really, last time, episode 40 at least, so 7 episodes ago, there was no netherrack. Right, because I had a very long break between episode 40 and episode 41, and during that break, off camera, or not off camera, I had recorded myself building the netherrack part of the roof, but then I, lost that footage, so it was just kind of there the next time I came back, which I went over in episode 41. I've kind of already forgotten, but just 7 episodes. Just last time we made the map. No roof. Nothing. It was still completely unfinished in the museum. All we had was our storage room, and not in the same way it is now, and the outside walls. So, this is insane. I have made a huge leap in progress, because I finally got around to doing the museum. I've been procrastinating it so long. But, yeah. I think with the roof, I was finally just like, you know what? I might as well get it done now. I am so happy with this. Really. Close that up. We're done. We're done. I mean, look inside. Oh, look at that. Full interior and everything. It's beautiful. This guy trying to rain on my parade. Alright. Now, we are done with the inside of the museum, but I think there are still a couple of places that definitely need some looking at. Okay. Just making sure I'm safe over here. One of those places is definitely the outside of the roof. Because we've gotten, yeah, so I accidentally poked through in a lot of spots on the, upper floor, and honestly, I could replace that with a netherrack again because it's covered up, but, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to, come back to this roof at some point. But for now, I think just to take a little bit of a break, we're done with the museum for at least a little bit. Because really the roof is just, like, perfecting it at this point, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have to do, but what I think is a much more glaring issue is this. We've just been on this square platform ever since the museum just first got put up. Um, and I think it's time to change that. Because, I mean, this is finished, and then none of this is. So I want to start working out here now. And I've been thinking about what's going to go back here. Like I said, a little, I said in another recent episode. Basically, this lower area is going to be the main part of the city. It's going to be where all the like houses and businesses are. And then up this staircase is where all of the kind of, I guess you could say, like fine arts and things are. Like, think of it like the downtown. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it. Even though the downtown is actually going to be up. It's the uptown. Um so this upper area is where all of the like the amenities are going to be, you know? I'm thinking I want to give the museum some sort of courtyard back here. That's why that's why I put so much space back here so long ago. And why I made a path around the museum. I want there to be maybe a bit of a courtyard, and then it'll connect to some other buildings. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited to get to work on that. So I'm really happy that I got the museum finished. I think next time, um, probably gonna finish some exterior details on the museum, and then get to work on the stuff I just mentioned, like the courtyard and things. So yeah, and the roof will probably come sometime soon, but I don't want to just wing that because it's such a big roof. Um, I want to know how I'm going to like be perfecting the design of the roof before I actually tackle that. So, yeah. Um, I think it just needs a better shape, honestly, and maybe I could like add in some sort of other red blocks to kind of make it so it's not just netherrack in your face, you know? But um that's it for today's episode. So thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of whatever time it is for you. Morning, night. If you're eating, hopefully it tastes good. um yeah, I'll see you next time.